We got a loaded show here on Chicago Bears Now. Caleb Williams, is he hinting on social media his preference for what the Bears should do with the number 9 pick? We investigate. Also, are the Bears leaning offensive line with the number 9 pick or via a trade down, perhaps a momentum shift? And is Brock Bowers in play with that selection at number 9? Lots of chatter around the number 9 overall pick, and we're going to explore it all here on today's show. But first, subscribe and join the Noti gang here at Bears Now. First of all, got to hit that subscribe button to enter the Noti game. Once you do, then you click the notification bell, and then after that, it's going to prompt you with 3 different options. The default is preference. Change it to all. Once you do that, you're going to get notified every time we go live or publish a video. Join the Noti gang by subscribing and following those next 2 steps. I'm Harrison Graham, and today's show is sponsored by 8 Sleep. Go to 8sleep.com/chatsports to get $200 off their Pod 3 cover. They're going to be sleeping better than ever and waking up refreshed. You can trust me on that. Okay, let's talk about the number 9 pick. That is the theme of today's show. Caleb Williams, does he have a preference with what the Bears do at that number 9 pick? Obviously, he's not going to be making the selections, but we know Caleb Williams likes tweets. He's fairly active on social media. And a few days ago, he liked this tweet. This is a video that plays out, which, by the way, I don't know if producer Jack is mic'd up or not. I'm still confused by what this video actually is. If you want to mic up and help me out here, people are changing who the person running on stage is.
So I believe it's a rapper. I forget who it is. The original video is this rapper walking out to do his set at a festival.
Okay.
And basically, I guess some AI. There's like AI that can change who the person is that's walking out onto stage. And so this one is Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
Well, the point of this is Caleb Williams liked this tweet, and the caption is, you're a joker if you think that offensive line is the most important position or blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, me, clown. Yeah, so he's basically saying, like, yeah, if you think I'm a clown because I want offensive line, call me a clown then. I think it's important to be protected. And look, is that Caleb Williams sending at least a message or just giving a thought? Like, yeah, I would like for the Bears to draft an offensive lineman with that number 9 overall pick. You look at my top offensive tackle prospects, Joe Alt out of Notre Dame, and this is kind of a combination of in general plus Bears-centric. I could tweak this a little bit, but Joe Alt, I think he's the cleanest tackle prospect, is a left tackle, which would be the area you would preferably go to upgrade from Braxton Jones if you decide to go that route. Felice Fuaga, if he can't play a left tackle, I would move him down a little bit, but there's some chatter, and people think he could. Olu Fashanu, higher floor, lower ceiling than a Fuaga or a J.C. Latham, but multi-year starter at left tackle, which, again, that's the preferred position here unless the Bears move Darnell Wright. J.C. Latham, huge upside. Questions about where he'll play in the NFL. He can play tackle and guard. Same with Troy Fautanu. I think he's got great positional versatility. And again, we'll see. I mean, the Bears talk about a lot. Let's get the best 5 out there. If you go Latham or Fautanu, perhaps Nate Davis's spot isn't secure, and he would have to earn a starting position. We'll have to wait and see after he had a bit of a rocky year 1 in Chicago. I know we've talked a lot about Braxton Jones, but Nate Davis I still think has something to prove here as well. And look, tying it back to Caleb Williams, he knows protection is huge. Why? Because anybody that watches and slightly understands football knows that USC's offensive line play last year was an absolute mess. I can't tell you the amount of times as the snap was coming to Williams, there was a breakdown immediately. I mean, sometimes the left tackle would just literally just fall down at the snap. I mean, it was really bad. And he was running for his life, and he's trying to make these crazy plays. And I think he's sitting there saying, yeah, let's have a better group in the NFL, which I think the Bears already are going to have better protection than he had at USC. But if you can improve that, I could certainly understand the appeal of that if you are Caleb Williams. So let's shift here a little bit. Is momentum shifting toward offensive line for the Bears at number 9? Now, again, when I say is it momentum shifting, I mean publicly. The Bears maybe have had a plan for months at what they want to do with this pick, but all the chatter for weeks and months is receiver at 9, receiver at 9, receiver at 9, and I'm included, and I still want a receiver at 9 if it's a top 3 guy. But you're even seeing some mocks now where they pass on a receiver at 9. Peter Schrager passed on Malik Neighbors in his first mock draft to trade down for J.C. Latham at number 15. Schrager and Field Yates did a combo alternating pick draft. They took Troy Fautanu at number 9 overall. Brad Biggs traded down for Fautanu at number 11. So is that, significant? Biggs is pretty tapped in. Is he hearing murmurs inside the building that they want to get another bookend to pair with Darnell Wright, or maybe they like Fautanu as an interior option? Who knows? I do wonder if there's been a shift or if more evidence is coming to light that the Bears do want to go offensive line. And sure, there's still plenty of mocks that have the Bears going wide receiver in round 1, which is what I meant to say there. Like Dane Brugler released his mock today. He still has Rome Odunze at 9. We'll probably react to that mock later on. But it's not as unanimous as it seemed in prior weeks. Like, I would say 8 to 9 out of 10 mocks had the Bears going receiver at 9, especially if one of the top 3 guys got there with Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, or Rome Odunze. Now it's like, oh, they're passing on receivers in some mocks for offensive line. And it does just make you wonder if there's some leakage out of the building to some sources that is like, yeah, we're kind of leaning toward going with another offensive lineman to protect our rookie quarterback. So coming up, will the Bears go in that direction? OL, receiver, which position are they going to go? Let us know what you guys think. We'll discuss coming up as well. But first, I do want to talk about today's sponsor, and that is 8 Sleep. Listen, you got to get better sleep, especially if you're like me and you got a 1-year-old at home. And at times, you have to wake up in the middle of the night to help out your child. But you want to maximize the sleep you do get. And the 8 Sleep Pod 3 cover is going to help you do that as it slips right over your mattress, bringing heating and cooling technology that keeps you comfortable and sleeping deeper for a better and more restful night. I've had my Pod 3 cover for about 4 months now since the start of the new year, and I've never slept better, seriously. Sleep science shows that in order to sleep our best, our body temperature needs to drop in the early and middle part of sleep and rise in the morning. The cover can be added to any bed like a fitted sheet and allows you and your partner to cool or warm your side of the bed as low as 55 degrees and up to 110 degrees, which is huge. If you have a partner that prefers warmer or cooler temperatures, you could adjust that on your side versus theirs. Not only does it keep you at that perfect temperature, the pod also tracks your sleep and health metrics. There's an app that connects to the Pod 3 cover, and on average, users see their sleep quality improve by 32% after just 1 month on the pod. Imagine getting 32% better sleep 1 month from now. That is absolutely fantastic. So get going with 8 Sleep. Check out the Pod 3 cover. It is worth the investment. 8sleep.com/chatsports is going to get you $200 off your purchase. That link is in the comments and in the description. We appreciate 8 Sleep for sponsoring today's show. Okay, you go to my top offensive tackle prospects once again. Look, I get the Joe Alt appeal if he falls to number 9. That would be a tough decision if it was Alt versus a receiver, although I feel like it's one or the other that would fall to 9 just based on the draft buzz, so we'll have to wait and see. Look, I'm all for protecting Caleb Williams. The Bears need to do that. I'm not advocating to not improve this offensive line. What I am advocating for is these 3 receivers, you could argue, are top 5 prospects in this draft. And if one of them are sitting there at 9, I still think you're in a position as this team, as this rebuild continues to take shape, and yes, you're closer to the end of the rebuild than the beginning of it, of going BPA at a premium position that you need. That includes wide receiver. I don't see my stance changing on this between now and the draft. I'm not passing out a top 3 receiver. I just think these 3 players are too good. They can help right away. And oh, by the way, it gives you insurance if Keenan Allen gets hurt or if you can't come to an extension for him, and you just have him for this 1-year rental and move on and play the comp pick formula game in free agency next year. Like, I love the idea of getting a rookie stud to pair with your rookie quarterback and let them grow and flourish for years in this Chicago Bears offense. Yes, if you can upgrade from Braxton Jones, you should be open to doing that, but I don't think it has to be an absolute. I think Braxton Jones is serviceable / good. I think the interior is at least in decent enough shape. I don't think you have to force the issue at offensive line. If they do it, will I understand it? Yeah. Would I pass on a top 3 receiver to do it? No, I personally would not. What is the better option at number 9? O-line or wide receiver? Be honest. Let us know in the comment section down below what you guys think the better option is. Is Brock Bowers in play at number 9? Tony Pauline reports that Bowers could be an option for the Bears with that selection. He says, quote, sources say if the Bears go pass catcher with the 9th pick, it will come down to Bowers or receiver Rome Odunze. Bowers was in Chicago for a top 30 visit. So he did take an official 30 at Hallis Hall. Now, when I'm ranking my draft needs, it's clearly quarterback at 1, which is going to be Caleb Williams, but until it happens, it's still there. 2 through 4 interchangeable. You could really top me into any of those. I don't think the defensive tackle group is better than the receivers based on this draft, so I would take a receiver over, but just in pure need, I still think that 3 tech's a question mark. At least you have Montez Sweat. Sure, you'd like to get a second one opposite of him, but I would not take an edge at 9. I would rather trade down for one. Offensive tackle, now there's premium guys at 9. So again, it's a combination of what you need versus how good these ranking or players are in relation to your big board. Like, you're not going to take your 15th overall player if it's a defensive tackle over your 8th overall player if it's an offensive tackle. Like, you should still go OT in that situation. And obviously I don't have tight end listed here, but I wouldn't completely dismiss it. Number one, yes, you have a good 1-2 punch, but you don't really have anyone after that. Steven Carlson, he's a practice squad caliber player. Brock Bowers, and you could almost even treat him as just like a big slot, especially his first year if you really wanted to, if you went this route. He's just an absolute weapon. You can't just put him in the tight end category and, typecast him. Like, he runs after the catch like a receiver. He boxes people out like big physical receivers. They used him on jet sweeps at Georgia. I mean, he did it all, and I'm open to the idea. Now, would this be a luxury pick? Yes. Would I rather trade down to get him? Like, him at 9 still feels like I feel like there's better options that fill bigger needs here. But, like, if you traded down to, like, 13 or something and got him, I wouldn't complain. Even at 9, I wouldn't complain. I would kind of be like, okay, I don't know if I would have done that. But if you're getting another weapon or a piece to help Caleb Williams, I can't really argue with it because the Bears need to do everything in their power to help this quarterback out, which they've done a good job of so far, which they haven't done in the past. But it seems like they're changing that this time around. Now, Adam Schefter, just for context, based on what he's hearing, he believes that Bowers will go in that 10 to 16 range. So, again, a trade down to 12 to 15, and he's still there. It's like, well, pure BPA, can't really argue it. 9, maybe it's a tick rich, but man, he's a very, very good prospect. And if you're just ranking the top players in this draft, he's definitely a top 10 guy. It's just you got to factor in need a little bit here if you are Ryan Poles. How would you grade the pick of Brock Bowers at number 9? A, B, C, D, or F? I'd give it a B. I wouldn't be upset. I don't think it would be a home run because, it's not a top need, but it would help Caleb Williams. It would help a little bit in the run game. He's a decent enough blocker, and you get yourself another big-time weapon. We know Shane Waldron likes those multi-tight end sets. So A, B, C, D, or F. Let us know how you would grade the pick of Brock Bowers. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's some news here, by the way, coming in. Producer Jack, you want to help me here? Ted Cruz. There you go. He is a special advisory role and chief administrative officer. The real Ted Cruz, please stand up. So you've got that news coming in right as we're signing off here on Bears Now. Appreciate that from producer Jack. Thanks to all of you for watching today's show. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll be back at it later this afternoon, so subscribe, and we'll see you then.